Hi, folks. Welcome to the midweek reflection. I'm going to begin with an apology for inefficiency because of holidays, etc. The person I was hoping to interview this week isn't there. However, I'm here, and so hello, Malcolm. Hello, Malcolm. I'm just going to talk a little. I firmly believe that I shouldn't ask people to do things that I'm not prepared to do myself. The only caveat with that is things like technical matters, you know what I mean. Okay, so we asked Martin and Carleen and Andrew to say a little bit about themselves by just a way of background. Now, you guys are probably bored hearing about Ballyhoolish and Glencoe, so I'm not going to go into too much detail there. But what I'm going to say is, do you ever ask yourself the question, what if? What if my folks hadn't left Ballyhoolish? What if I hadn't gone hill walking? What if we hadn't come to Kirriemuir, for example? Now, the first one, what if my folks hadn't left? Well, that's in the past. Where would the path of life have taken me? I really haven't got a clue. The hill walking one, Larboard High School, which I attended, had a hill walking club, and I became a pivotal, stalwart member of that club. And when I left school to go to PE college, I was invited back as a kind of quasi-adult to help on a weekend trip to Ben Nevis. The school were taking a group to Ben Nevis, and lo and behold, in the party was what we used to call the token woman. Because there were girls in the party, we had to have a lady teacher, and that turned out to be Christine. And so, if I hadn't gone hill walking, then I might not have met Chris and might not have got married. And if I hadn't come to Kirriemuir, Stuart and Ian, my sons, both met their wives here, and I wouldn't have had the 5 grandchildren that they've produced. So, what if? Wouldn't it be great if we could run parallel lives and work out which one was the best? But then, of course, deciding which one was the best might be a challenge. Do you take the one that gives you most money? Do you take the one that gives you a good job but no family? Do you take the one that gives you family? That's an interesting question. Anyway, that's all you're getting out of me at the moment, by way of background. The next question I asked the guys was where they saw God interact in today's world. And my answer to that is where people give flesh to love God and love your neighbour as you love yourself and care for creation. And so when I see people doing these things, then to me, that is God's love in action. And over the years in Kerry and before that, and over the years, I've seen many, 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 many acts of kindness, care, compassion, and love. And all of them were about God's love in action. And similarly, all the acts that care for the environment, the picking up of litter, the planting of trees, the planting of pollinators, all that too is God's love in action. And then the future. Well, hopefully your future will soon be without me because you will have your own minister. I don't think I'll do another locum. That's retired in Jings 8 years ago. And I'm getting tired at times. What I might do, though, are funerals. If I do them on the same basis that a celebrant does them, then I only need to do 2 or 3 in a month, and that keeps the car on the road, keeps us fed, and keeps Chris happy. The future of the church, though, is another question. And I have to say that I don't know what the future of the church will be. And I think that's been said before on these thoughts. I don't know what the future will be, but I think it will be. There will be a future. When we came to Kerry in 1993, we were really the social service as well as the spiritual leaders in the congregation. And then over the next 10, 15 to 20 years, local councils professionalised social care, and the pastoral role of churches went on the decline. I think that pendulum is swinging back again, and I think that one of the future roles of a church will be a listening post, a caring, listening, accepting, inclusive post. And I would think that both Easton Old and Inverarity could fill that role well into the future. Now, and you've not to tell anyone this, in my view, in the not too far off distant future, there will be one charge, the Church of Scotland in Forfar and District, with Letham and Inverarity serving the east and the west, and one church in Forfar. And I think, don't quote me, and I'll maybe have to run fast, but that church should be the one with the most modern set of buildings, the most flexible set of accommodation, and the most ready to accommodate the community, to engage with the community, and to work with the community. Well, that's me off another Christmas card list. But to all of you, have a good week, and thank you for listening. And hopefully, I'll get somebody lined up for the last reflection of July, which will be next week. Thank you.